I usually have like a consistent 4 matches or whatever on Bumble. And then now all of a sudden everybody likes my personality. But like, what about my body and face? Like now all of a sudden it's working for me.
What's up, everybody? It's Katie Austin here, and welcome back to Austin AF. Today, my guest is Fibula. So, the AF stands for Fibula. Get it? Anyways, he is a TikToker and he is freaking hilarious. If you guys haven't already checked out Connor's TikTok, that's his real name, Connor. I know, I didn't even know for like the longest time. But his Instagram and TikTok name is Fibula. He's freaking hilarious. He is now signed to a huge agency, and I just want to know like what his day-to-day schedule is. Is it just like waking up and making funny TikToks and skits, and how he really comes up with these ideas, what it was like to work for a global dating app after college, and also why so many girls on my For You page are coming out that they kissed Fibula over the weekend. I know you guys have seen those TikToks if you guys follow Fibula. Before he comes into studio, I have 3 articles that I want to kind of just go over and explore with you guys. First up, when I came into studio today, one of my producers, he always asks me if I know about these like new hot trends going on in the TikTok world or the Instagram world, if I've heard about something, and I love it because he's Gen Z and he keeps me up to date. And yeah, I'm millennial. And he mentioned that he read an article. The title is Dubai Porta Potties. And I would just like to inform everyone what a Dubai porta potty is. It's not what you're thinking, like a porta potty. It is when rich men in Dubai poop on Instagram models. And apparently it is now a trend. And I cannot make this up. If you guys look it up, it is a trend right now. So if you guys have ever wondered how some of these Instagram models with like 2 million followers travel on private jets and they're not paying for anything and they live this lavish life with like no brand deals or no promo posts at all, well, they might be having Saudi Arabian princes poop in them. I like don't even know how to say this. It's like the weirdest thing I've ever heard. My producers are laughing right now. You guys, this is fucking real, okay? These girls are approached by these, in quotations, fake Saudi Arabian princes to fly out to Dubai to be pooped on for 30 grand. And meanwhile, we all know about sex work and we know like, you know, the surface level of what goes on, but my mind is blown right now that you could make 30 grand by someone pooping on you. And I'm not saying that 30 grand's a lot right now. I'm saying what the hell? I would have to be paid $500,000 to be pooped on. And I'm not saying just pooped on in your mouth. These Saudi Arabian princes are pooping in the girl's mouth. And they're not even real Saudi Arabian princes. They're lying over Instagram. So what the hell? I don't even know why I'm talking about this. It's so freaking weird. And no, I wouldn't even do it for any money. But at the same time, I find this just like the strangest thing in the entire world. Some people's fetishes are absolutely absurd. I thought people having a foot fetish and like me having a wiki feet page was weird. But this takes a fetish to the whole nother level. Okay. The next article that caught my eye was actually a Cosmopolitan article. And this is like a really like harsh transition. All of a sudden we're talking about pooping and now we're talking about something else. But I just like don't even have anything else to say on that. That's just like the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Okay, I read an article in Cosmo that was 6 scientifically proven ways to make someone fall in love with you. Is this like ring an alarming bell for anyone else besides me? I feel like Cosmopolitan is such an awesome media company, but sometimes their titles of their articles are absurd. I just feel like sometimes some of these media companies, the writers of them are just like searching so deep for some articles and they're just such bullshit. So of course, when I read the article, 6 ways to make someone fall in love with you, I just have to see what are the ways, you know, even though it's all bullshit. What are the ways? One of the ways is being interested in who they are. Listen to everything they say. Make them feel appreciated and special. Smile a lot at them. Touch them more often. Embrace what they're passionate about. Slams phone down because this is such bullshit, you guys. Literally, all of this article is telling you to suck their dick. I'm sorry, but what the hell? If I do not want to date one person who isn't interested in me back, I don't want to sit there and just be like, oh yes, you like horseback riding? I love horseback riding too. And just smile at them constantly and listen. This is not a way to make someone fall in love with you. I feel like the funniest part about it is it's like all about them. And so don't listen to these articles. They're just not true, especially the ones from Cosmopolitan. It's like, who comes up with these things at all? I don't want anyone to fall in love with me just based on the fact that I am embracing their passions. Like, absolutely not. I want to have my own take, be my own person. And the person I fall in love with, I want them to love me for me, not just because I love what they love, if that makes sense. Okay, the next article title that I found online that was trending right now, actually on Snapchat, is Why Long Texts Are Ruining Your Chances of Getting a Date. Okay, lots of things wrong right here with this because I personally think a long text is like freaking awesome. I love getting a long text from a guy, especially the first few weeks of dating. I think getting a long text actually shows confidence. Like, I don't give a shit how long this text is. Here's what I want to say to you. I'm also the type of person to fire away a lot of texts. If you guys have ever texted me, I like to have like 8 texts in a row. I personally think a long text shows that you are interested. It is thoughtful. It's informative. It gets to the point. Don't be afraid to send over like 2 sentences. I know some of you guys listening to this, you want to like act cool and be cool, but if the guy likes you, he likes you. And if you are sending four sentences too long and that's the reason that he doesn't like you, then that's his problem, not yours. So don't be afraid to send a long text. I also think when you are first starting out to talk to someone, show them who you really are over text the first few times as well, because you can't all of a sudden like say one word and have it lowercase like the first 2 days, and then from there send a really long text and show your true colors over text. Like, when I first just started dating my boyfriend, I would send like 17 exclamation points. I'd be like, hey, what's up? Because that's just my personality. Show your personality over text and don't overthink text. I think so many of the times we can like send it to a friend and be like, oh my God, should I do a period or an exclamation point or like 2 exclamation points? Should I capitalize the H? You guys, it really doesn't freaking matter. If you guys like each other, you like each other. And if you guys are asking a question, don't be afraid to double text if you really need to know the answer. I'm not opposed to double texting anyone. Of course, don't make yourself look like too desperate. But at the same time, I think the moral of the story of this introduction is don't fly to Saudi Arabia and get pooped on. And also don't overthink your texts. Okay, what the hell, Katie? Now, Fibula, aka Connor, is going to come into studio and I'm going to ask him a bunch of tea about TikTok. All right, you guys, we got Fibula, aka Connor, in studio right now.
Stoked to be here. Thanks for having me.
And if you guys are just listening on a podcast, he is wearing a white cowboy hat. I freaking love it.
Yep, I thought it was fitting. I like the attention as well. I got a couple looks coming in here. And I just told you when I came up I was changing. I was 11 minutes late, which is honestly great for me. It's like a new record.
I didn't even think anything of it.
We were like messaging on Instagram for some reason, like whatever. But I thought it was so good, and I came in and I had to change into jeans because we were up in a plane right before this. So I was in shorts and thought I felt really good. But you are probably going to get a cease and desist in the next week because a family of 4 definitely saw
your butt crack.
My full butt.
Your full butt.
My full butt.
Like gooch and all.
Like dark side of the moon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like right outside, like little
just
kids.
Directly, like it was so obviously I'm walking into
I love
studio.
that. And on that note, I think you might need a drink.
I would love that.
Yeah. You need to,
It's just, like, the edge
you
off
need to
of
let loose
whatever
a little
ends
bit.
up
Whatever's
happening
happened.
with that.
Honestly, I was just talking about it. Oh, cheers. I love that sound.
Oh, it's a great sound.
Oh yeah, cheers. Before we drink this, I want to say also, I want to chug this with you. I want to,
Oh
totally
my God!
Just have a chugging
my arm,
competition.
Katie.
Oh my God!
We're gonna have a competition.
Yeah, I want to have a competition. But I was just saying with my best friend yesterday, why is it so bad that I don't care if anyone sees me naked? Do you agree with that?
I agree with that.
Like
and I think
a bare butt.
I think we're part of a very, probably a huge community of people that do that somewhere.
I'm like
France. We should take a Europe trip. I'm sure
we should take a Europe trip.
They would love to have us. I'm sure.
Truly, no pun intended. Okay, so who can chug the fastest? I mean, you're gonna fucking win.
I don't know, honestly. I just had a Fig Newton bar on the way here, and that's all I've eaten today. So we're in for a fun time today.
All right, cheers. Let's do it.
I might try to eat the mic. Yep. Slow and steady.
I sip. I don't know. A seltzer, like I can't.
Don't throw up.
I can't do it.
You can.
I'm gonna throw up.
Okay.
Oh my God. That went down so fast. Connor. Oh, he's from Texas, y'all.
Oh,
wow. You really just can put that down that fast.
My eyes are watering quite a bit. This is an interesting flavor, mango.
Mango, yeah.
It's good. I like it.
What's your favorite flavor?
I would not
say this.
say. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm like demolishing my way through the seltzer market right now.
I can see that online.
Yeah.
What about beer?
I'm pretty standard Coors Light. Yeah.
Okay, I see you drinking beer and seltzer like all the time.
Also, were we neighbors for all of quarantine?
We actually were not, but my best friend lived next to you almost.
Okay, so
like 2 streets over.
I wanna circle way back to the first time that we ever spoke.
I was so creepy. Connor, why are you bringing this up?
Because I have to, because I was like, how did Katie and I get to this point today?
Oh, so I saw you running.
Right, she saw me running, and
Yeah.
I wasn't even, where were you?
I was in Newport. I was on 38th Street.
Okay, were you at a house or were you?
I was on the boardwalk. And basically I saw you
just
running.
like to give
Yeah, please do.
some, what is it, reference?
Yeah.
Context. Ooh. What is the percentage of alcohol in this? 5%. Empty stomach makes it 7%. Add 2. To get some context, that's about a mile and a half away from, because I'm running on the hard sand because my chicken legs can't do the actual workout like you do. But but you saw the yellow hat.
It was very noticeable, by the way.
Yeah.
You were wearing a yellow hat, and I was like, oh my God, that's Fibula. By the way, I didn't know your real name at the time.
No one does. It's
Slid
okay.
in your DMs, saying the creepiest shit ever.
Nice yellow hat on your run this morning.
Katie
I remember
Austin,
it for word. And I was
so
like,
creepy.
oh, okay, neighbor. Where were you hiding? Because there's no one on the beach.
no
So
one
that was
on
like
the
good
beach.
eyes. I think if it's anything, it just hats off to your optometrist.
I will say this. Actually, I have terrible eyes, but I will say this because no one really was
seer.
on. No one was on TikTok at the time.
Yeah.
No offense. None of my friends now they love you, but now this was a year ago exactly, and none of my friends were. All my friends were like, who is that? Who cares? Whatever. I'm like, I'm on TikTok, and
You'd
you're
be
on
surprised
TikTok.
how many people still say that, but that's flattering.
No, it was. I was obsessed with you starting March 2020.
Yeah.
You have been
Oh my God.
crushing the
That's
game.
incredible.
So let's actually start right there.
Okay.
How did you get started on TikTok?
I got laid off for the second time. In my 20s, I was like, okay, cool. So my life is definitely over. You get laid off for the second time within 2 years, and you're like, is it a me thing? The common denominator is me in both of those situations, and my work ethic, and my inability to receive feedback. The list goes on. But it ended up working out, obviously. But
Hell yeah,
you were watching essentially a spiral on TikTok, and a lot of people appreciate the transparency, but what was happening there was just everything, and there was not, it was 15 people at first.
Yeah, no, I remember I started following you on TikTok. I think you had 12K. But what job did you get laid off from?
Oh, I don't remember if I signed a non-disparagement.
You don't have to say it, but
Oh,
you did
I
work
will.
for
It's on my
Bumble.
LinkedIn.
Yeah,
I
okay.
did work at. I did work at Bumble post grad for 2.5 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah, long time. And then I was at Bird in Santa Monica, right here,
Oh,
actually,
cool.
on Colorado.
Two very cool companies.
Great studio location,
Yeah.
by the way. I love this area. And then with COVID, I got laid off from Bird.
Gotcha.
So it was. We're down in Newport, best place in the world to be quarantined.
And also, everything happens for a reason. That just shows you right there.
Oh.
Thank God you got laid
Yeah.
off. If you didn't get laid off, you wouldn't be here today.
I know, isn't it
I
crazy?
would be like, I don't want Connor on my show.
I know.
Who is this
Could
guy?
you imagine? There's this creep on the beach in a yellow hat that keeps running by my house.
No, not at all.
That could have been the situation.
I want to know what it was like working for a dating app company. Did you learn
Yeah.
any amazing dating app tips?
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh,
my God,
let's
yeah.
hear them.
It doesn't work. I'm just kidding. Don't use it. I'm just kidding. Also, because I would love a sponsorship if they're listening. Anyone from Bumble. No, it's great. It's you got to put in the work. The people that make accounts because they're like, what do you like to do on the weekends? Drink.
Yeah.
I would say that too, but you got to put a little personality in. Photos, show that you have friends. When you have a
Yes.
picture of you and a picture of you, it's cool, gorgeous. Where are your friends?
But also not
Are you
too
gonna
many
kill me the
friends.
first time? Yeah.
Not too many friends because I
Right.
actually hate when guys have just 4 dudes to 6 dudes in every
Right.
photo of theirs.
So what's your ideal if you're scrolling through a Hinge or Bumble or Tinder or whatever?
A mix and match.
A mix and match.
Yeah, balance.
You want to see that they're able to like be in a social setting.
You do. I did not have one
Right.
friend photo in my dating app. I'm not gonna lie.
It's important to have. It's important to like. I'm not gonna murder you and your family, and I'm not gonna like intentionally kill your pet. Like you need to have a pet in the thing. Not all dogs, not all cats, whatever. Not all your friends, but like you
Just
need to
some.
show some. Yeah,
love.
it's a resume at the end of the day.
I agree. What would be your opening line on a dating app if you were sending to a girl?
It depends. It really depends on the individual.
Okay.
You got to tweak it, and it needs to be customized.
Ooh, I love it. Okay, what would be your opening line to me?
So
I clearly know my opening line to you.
I'm scrolling through. Yeah, nice yellow hat this morning. I think I'm assuming you have some sort of fitness content on if I were to see.
On Raya, you can click my Instagram. Yes.
Oh, well, I haven't been accepted to Raya yet. So it's been a year and a half, and they will not rescind my application so I can resubmit. I'm a different person now than I was before.
He has followers now, guys. So Raya, you should accept him.
No, I would probably have to make a joke about, like, I can do 4 push-ups. Would you teach me the proper form to like do 5
I love that.
If I were so inclined.
So I love an opening line
Right.
that's banter and like a little bit mocking, but don't go too far and know who you're talking to.
Right.
Because one time this guy DM'd me or sent me a message on Raya and was like, holy shit, you have fangs as teeth. And I was like, wait, that's not funny.
It's not.
It was really mean.
Yeah.
And so I sent him a really mean message.
And as you should. I got mine shaved down.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Your fangs?
Mm-hmm. This one is like on its way out for some reason. My teeth need to be realigned.
Well, you have beautiful teeth.
Well, thank you. And you do too. I was going to say that. But I don't know why this one just suddenly is like, I'm leaving the neighborhood. I'm going to head out directly to the right as an adult. Like, it's just weird. But no, I totally agree. We just started a podcast, myself and Remy Bader. And you know Remy Bader.
No way.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
And
that's amazing.
I started doing bits and things. And then we had Harry Jowsey on. This will probably come out at the same time as...
Love him.
And I was doing that kind of like a little harsh. It's not a pickup line so much, but like you kind of need to like workshop it a little bit when you come at someone so fast. Like,
yes.
Don't bring up the OnlyFans in the opener.
Absolutely not.
Which is
No.
what I did. So
You did?
I did.
In what scenario?
The intro with Harry Jowsey on the podcast, but like again, it wasn't like a pickup line, but I was like, oh my god, why did I?
Does he
that
have
just came out?
OnlyFans?
He does.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't know
So-
that. See, you're informative though.
I
like
know.
that,
We're
because
just
I would
learning
have
so
no
much.
idea. I'm not like up to date with that. By the way, how is it been from going from almost a year ago, not to say I have like no followers, but a normal 9 to 5, and now working with like someone like Remy and like Harry Jowsey,
Right.
And me. No, I'm fucking with you.
No. Seriously,
No,
seriously.
stop.
Like just a year ago, you were stalking me on my run, and now we're
Literally
here.
stalking you. But how is it, like, seriously going in, and today you were skydiving with like these insane creators of millions of followers?
It's bizarre. Oh, it's so bizarre, and it happens so fast that like it's like in it. Sometimes I'm like, what is? Am I dreaming? Like, this is so bizarre. I used to pay influencers to post stuff and
Yeah.
whatever, and then like I'm working with brands that I'm like, oh no, I actually know how the like NDA works. Thank you. Like they think I have an IQ of 11, which it's like 12.
It's cool that you've been on both sides, though.
It's so cool. It's so helpful, and it's like so like it's invaluable, the whole thing. But no, like being on a plane this morning with like Dale and Tyler C from The Bachelor and all these people that I've followed for my entire life.
Crazy.
On Vine. It's like
Yeah.
my college days, like sitting there on Vine for 4 hours, and I'm like, oh, then I'm like hanging out with them, and like it's bizarre. It's so
really
weird.
is.
I mean, it's just like being in the room. It's like, oh, everybody's just a person.
And
actually.
they know who you are. Like all
Oh,
these people know
yeah.
who you are,
Oh
and
my
they come
God.
up to you, and you're like, "Oh my God!" Like Connor, you create amazing content. I actually on that want to know: has it changed your dating life at all? Girls knowing who you are now, because
Yeah.
my girlfriends are like obsessed with you. They see you at bars, and not trying to be weird, they'll like in our Snapchat group, because they're all from Newport, they'll like take a photo of you from far away and
Oh,
send
it's
it.
flattering. I wish they would come and talk to me because I'm still
They're
alone at
actually
a bar
beautiful.
after they Snapchat me to their friends. No, it's incredible, and it's insane as far as like dating apps go. I'm like, okay, now I'm getting, I usually have like a consistent 4 matches or whatever on Bumble. And then now all of a sudden everybody likes my personality. But like, what about my body and face? Like now all of a sudden it's working for me because
That's fucking hilarious.
it's like, do you think I'm funny or do you think I'm hot? Like, just tell me. Just humor me, please. I can't use the apps anymore. Like, it's just.
I'm sure. You've really blown up overnight, truly.
Well, yeah, it's fun though. It's so fun, and meeting people is my favorite part about it. It's
Yeah,
like the
same.
coolest thing. Like, again, we're here because of TikTok, and like we met.
It's crazy.
This is actually our first time meeting in person,
It
even
really
though like
is.
we've been talking for a year.
I've annoyed Connor for a good 3 months to come on this show.
I am the least reliable person.
I
on the
actually
planet.
DM him and message him, hey, me again, what's up? Just checking in on this. Okay, but on the note of like changing, your dating life changing because you have so many followers now, I've also seen so many girls on my For You page. I made out with Fibula this
I knew
weekend.
this was gonna come up.
What? First up, are you making out with them?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be frank with you. Yes, I am. It started out as, I was like, oh, this is like a cool girl. She knows who I am. Little ego boost. She's gorgeous. Like, way out of, like, she should. A year ago, she would not have even looked at me, Like, I'm like, oh, this is great. Things are going swell. And then takes a picture with me, and I'm like, okay. And then, like, I still made out with her. And then, you kiss for a second, and then the next day I see the tweet, like made out with Fibula. Then I see the TikTok, which like just the TikToks about me get thrown into the algorithm. The algorithm gods love it.
Yes.
They're like drama, like cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, can I have that amount of views on a video that I spent half an hour on, like editing and like, it's like, and she just like filmed it. It's like, and I don't want to trash. This girl's awesome. I've talked to her like since then.
Yeah.
And like I would definitely clout chase.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I've also hooked up with famous people, but I cannot imagine going on my phone and be like, hey guys, last night I made out with so-and-so. Like, yeah, you're just clearly doing it for the views.
Yeah, I mean, hats off. It's awesome. She got 500,000 views on a video where she's just like, I was really mean to him after we kissed, and I was like, news to me. I don't remember. But you got 500,000 views. Congrats. Hats off to you.
Congratulations.
But, and then so that one got posted, and obviously like every time something like that happens, and I'm still an idiot at bars. Like I do not, like, even though like there's a handful of people that are like, you're on TikTok. I'm like, I'm with my friends. Like, I'm going to take my shirt off and
should.
Get on the bar
but
right now.
But that's also your brand. Like, if I saw you at a bar and you were, like, chugging truly your White Claw and taking shots and, like, taking your shirt off or whatever, I'd be like, oh, my God, that's dope. That's actually who he is online. It's not like you're trying to fake something online.
Oh, I could never fake it because it's just transparency to a fault. But after that first one went on the For You page, like, a bunch of people were like, oh, my God. So it's been happening, like, constantly.
I see two.
Yeah, I know. There's about 7 or 8 now, but I keep falling into the thing where it's like, oh my God, these gorgeous girls talking to me, and then she's like, and I see the phone come out, I'm like, oh fuck. Bummer.
That sucks.
It's okay.
Man.
It's fine. It's like not a horrible problem to have.
No, it's really not. And you're probably in a phase right now where you're enjoying it. You're single. You're having fun. You're living your life.
Sure. Yeah. And everyone's so cool and so nice. I haven't had any like horrible experience. Yeah.
Well, that's because you give off great vibes too.
Oh, that's
I want to know, actually, one of the main questions I prompted my Instagram, like ask Connor or whatever you want, and their main question is like, what's your day to day? Do you wake up, like as I was saying before, it's on brand for you to go to bars and like take your shirt off, like, because what you do on TikTok is you. And so do you have like these curated TikToks, or it's just kind of like whatever comes to mind? Do you wake up every day and like, okay, I'm going to film 2 TikToks? Like, what's it like?
Yeah, I wake up every day and say I'm going to film 2 TikToks, and then I go 2 weeks without posting a TikTok. But no, there's no day-to-day right now. It's so weird. It's like this stuff happens so fast and things change so fast. Like, I didn't know I was going, when we were talking about coming on today, I was like, I have this weird thing that's happening, and I really don't get it. I think I'm skydiving. I wasn't skydiving. It's just like bizarre, and like things pop up, and it's been really awesome lately. And then there's no consistency, and there's no...
It's hard. That must be really hard, going from a 9 to 5 and like corporate life to going from like, okay, what's next? Do you ever feel like it's like, holy shit, what am I doing?
Well, this is like, so I've only worked at startups. I worked at Bumble, I worked at Bird, Chameleon Cold Brew, if you're familiar with it. That was a startup. I was very early there as well. And it's been awesome. I'm like addicted to that high of being like, we need to grow this so fast. That's what it is. Like, we're personal brands now, and we need to be at the right parties, we need to be around the right people, and we need to be taking the right photos and creating the right content. It's marketing. You're running that company like essentially alone, right? Like at first. So it's like, how can we be strategic about this? And it's like, there's no day-to-day and there's no consistency. If an opportunity comes up, you take it. Yes, man. Yes, woman. But like, it's so fun. It's so fun. There's never a dull moment.
The uncertainty of being a content creator can be really scary, but it also can be so fun and exhilarating because your whole life is spontaneous.
Right.
I know when I ask you to be on the show, it's so hard to find a set time because I feel like us as creators, we plan like 48 hours or even like 24 hours before. Yeah. And so that's just like how our life is, and you kind of have to just roll with the punches.
Right.
If you would say like, I hate this question, I hate asking it, but if you had to say like what your dream job or like, you know, your in quotations plan would be, is it to just be a full-on content creator, or have you ever thought about acting?
I have. I've gotten a couple casting calls.
Yay!
Self-tapes.
Let's go.
They have been very horrible, like bad. I didn't know what they were at first. I did the first one in the car. I was like, we need it in the next like 45 minutes. I'm like, cool. And the next time they're like, first of all, can you just not do it in the car? I did the second one like at the airport. They're like, second of all, can you not do it at the airport?
Oh my God.
It's such a learning curve, but like this is all so new.
It's new. It's so new to you. And I think even just having the courage to self-tape yourself is huge.
It's so humiliating as well.
Yeah. Then you watch
to be like, okay, you have to cry actually in this scene. I'm like, all right.
And by yourself.
And then they're like, also it was horrible. And then I'm like, okay, so 11 people just saw me like full-blown sob.
Oh,
and then
my God.
You're like, okay, well, it was like bad.
See, I could never do that. I could never.
I'm gonna have like 11 drinks now because like knowing that you know.
How often do you drink?
Probably I'm working on it. Probably 4 or 5 times a week. Okay, I almost said a day. I'm like
a week.
A week, probably, yeah. And it's not a ton. It's like things come up like these things, these dinners, these events. It's like, I'm not definitely going to go talk to that person sober.
Unfortunately, in our career, me, as we chug it truly, unfortunately, in our career, sometimes you have to drink to meet people and network. And I feel like our career is all based on networking.
It fully is. Yeah. It fully is. And like, say what you will about drinking, it's fun.
It is very
And like
fun.
we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Like as soon as someone gets like a serious long-term chronic illness, we'll deal with it.
Yeah.
But like right now it's great and it's fun and
you're living.
Like it's social juice. By the way, I want to say really quick before we segue.
Yeah.
You're so good at the segues.
Oh, thank you.
You're picking it up anytime there's a moment. You're just like, now that actually leads me into our next.
Connor,
holy
thank you
smokes!
So much.
You should have seen me being like. So I have my notes here, Harry Jazzy. What's up with dogs? Do you like them?
Harry, I'd just be like, wow, you're fine as fuck. Wow, he's a good looking dude.
It's like really humbling to be on the phone with him.
He's also really tall, isn't he?
He's 6'5". We're talking about someone who's a foot taller than me almost. I'm not 5'5". 5'11" with shoes on.
Okay, speaking of height and stuff, I actually always see height on dating apps, and people are like, "Yo, I'm 5'10". It's like they're literally 5'5".
Yeah.
So I know you worked at Bumble and you're on dating apps, or not anymore actually, but you've had experience on them. I want to rate some funny dating app profiles because I feel like you're the perfect person to ask this. This is like a new random segment right now.
So
that
good.
We're just like making
I love
up
it.
for you. This is actually my personal favorite. We'll show it. If you guys are watching on YouTube, we'll show it. But if you are just listening as a podcast, it's a photo of a cop. It's a selfie. And his caption says, or his bio, "Have you ever said, 'fuck the police'? Well, now's your chance." How do you like that?
The approach is incredible, honestly, I think he's going to reach a very like specific audience with that, and I think it's going to be really successful for him.
Yeah, I would say it's a little aggressive.
It's so aggressive, but I'm saying that is going to be like, talk about algorithm. That's going to be fed to the. I'm not.
I mean, we're talking about it now.
Name a community of people, but.
Yeah, I mean, I personally would never go after a man in uniform, but if I saw that caption, I might be like, he's funny.
Yeah, I'm grasping from the visual that he's probably not funny.
No, he's not. The visual, he has his foot up on the chair, and it's actually just horrifying. I would no.
I mean, it's like it. Yeah. No.
Okay, next one is a girl looking pretty drunk at the back of a car. Her bio is, "I'll carve our initials onto a tree on our first date. It's the most romantic way to let you know I have a knife." What do you think about that, Connor?
I think that there's a lot to be said. she carries a knife. She gets really drunk. Like, that sounds like a domestic abuse situation to me. But romantic. She's a romantic, and she's gonna carve your name into a tree and then probably stab you and wear your face in the Uber on the way home. So,
oh my god.
Again, specific audience that's really into
dark humor.
Dark humor.
Yes.
That takes some gall to like go on a date with someone who's.
You're attracting the exact. If you attract a guy off of your bio that's saying that, you're attracting exactly who you want.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
That's a conundrum for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big word, by the way, Connor.
Oh, thank you. I was waiting to use it.
Nathan, 21. If you guys are just listening, he is wearing a full-on taco costume with a chicken head. It says about Nathan, married, couple of kids, looking for some side action.
Yeah.
Just kidding, single. 3 Tamagotchis, looking for someone to bring to family events so they'll stop thinking something's wrong with me.
Too much.
It's a lot.
It's too much at once.
I'm unpacking a lot.
That feels like it's like you have like 15 multivitamins that you're gonna take, and you're like, should I take these all at once? And then they're stuck in your throat, and it's like, Nathan, we should have taken these one by one. Or just like pick a joke, and then also the picture.
It's really weird. I don't even know what you look like. Also,
I really tried to look for a positive in this one. And
I know, and it's a little less aggressive than the last one.
I actually prefer the knife over Nathan. Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Okay, moving on to Jordan. Oh man, this is a long bio. Do you want to read it?
Yeah, I'd love to dig into this one. Jordan, if it's for the visual, it assumes he graduated from somewhere. Oh, Grunt at McKesson, Canada. He's Canadian. Hello, ladies. Look at the last guy you matched. Now back to me. Now back to the last guy you matched. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me. But if he stopped leaving his bio blank and had better pictures, he could be like me. Look down. Back up. Where are you? You're on Tinder with the man of your dreams. What's in your hand? Back to me. I have it. It's pizza with your favorite toppings on it. Favorite is spelled Favourite. He is from Canada. Look again. The pizza is now your favorite dog. Anything's possible when you match with me on Tinder. I like it.
I love this.
I like it.
It's lot, but it's good.
He has his degree.
Yeah.
He's using it clearly.
Yeah, and he's making a little, parody on Old Spice.
He is. Oh my God. Brilliant.
I think it's
What's
brilliant.
his name?
His name is Jordan.
Jordan. So if there was a name filter in Canada, it's filter it to Jordan.
Okay, let's just do Catherine, 28. I like a shorter bio. Her bio is, I hope you like bad girls because I'm literally bad at everything. Oh. Do you like that?
Yeah, I love that.
You like that?
Oh, that's actually really funny. I thought it was going to keep going.
Okay.
I think that's great.
Well, it says, passing through, say hi unless you're my ex. In that case, fuck off, David. It's never happening. I think that's aggressive. She ruined it.
Chefs, I like it.
You do?
I like it.
Catherine, 28.
Because I'm reading that as comedy as well.
Yes.
I think that she's joking with fuck off, David as well.
I completely agree. That's probably a made-up name.
Yeah. How are we doing on this pineapple? Oh, you
I
are
need
just
to
like
drink a lot
1
more.
ounce into the pineapple, truly. And that's okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining our segment called Rate Dating Apps with Fibula. Speaking of Fibula.
Were we supposed to give them like stars, or are we just like chatting about them?
I'm making this up as
I love it. I
literally don't
think
know
it was
what the fuck
pretty
I'm doing
flawless
on this show. Anyways, I would like to know why your name is Fibula.
So I've been meaning to make up a lie about this for the longest time.
Okay.
It's not interesting. I'm going to go way back. I'm going to go to freshman year of college. I went to UT Austin. Hook 'em horns.
Best school.
Best school. Oh my God. The only absolutely 100% correct decision I've ever made in my life. Like no hesitation. But so we used to go to ACL, Austin City Limits. And it was so fun. But I used to have like the Bieber kind of hair flip thing.
Yeah.
And my friends would all run up to me as a joke in like crowds and be like, oh my God, can we get a photo? Can we get a photo? I had like 14 followers on Instagram. And I'd be like, yeah, of course. And I'd like act like I was like a famous person. And so everyone around us would be like, who is that? Who is that? Who is that? And I would always tell them I was on Wizards of Waverly Place for some reason. And I wasn't, obviously, because I didn't get a call back for any of my self-tapes. But
Or laugh.
I like that laugh.
Yeah, just a reference.
But
oh my God.
No, it was like a funny joke, and then they'd be like, "What's your Instagram?" And then I would tell them it was like my first and last name, and I was like, "That's so lame." And then I had a lot of drinks, and then I woke up the next day, and I guess like to make it more succinct, to yell it out to people, I made it Fibula, and it was available.
So random.
The rest is history. I know, I should be like, oh, I got bit by a shark.
No.
When I was like swimming in Catalina. And
I think that's hilarious that your friends would pretend that you were famous, and now you actually are.
Weird how things work,
It is
right? Like, it
weird.
feels a little bit like a simulation.
Yeah. Did you always want to be famous?
Of course. Who doesn't? And I don't think I'm there yet.
I think you are.
I should.
We love a self-aware man.
Oh, well, thank you. I think it's like to a fault, again, with the transparency. A little too self-aware. I would love to be just a little bit completely self-aware. Self-unaware. Sorry.
Self-unaware.
Like, ignorance is bliss.
I'm like trying to like replay
I'm like, hang
that.
on. Let's reverse engineer this sentence that I just...
What did you say?
It's like coherent sentences are so hard for me. But I'd love to be like fully unaware, like a little bit dumber.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty dumb, but like I think like if I was a little bit dumber, like they just seem so happy, people that are dumb.
But that is what makes your humor so funny, because it's so smart and witty.
Well, thank you.
Does anyone
wasn't
not
aware of
ever
that.
understand your jokes?
Yes. Oh, so if things start doing really well, it enters like very annoying, like I need to pick this video apart TikTok.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I commented on one the other day, it started doing really well, and I was like, I feel the Dumbos coming in. Like, I knew that they were coming, and they did. And
Yeah.
it was like in full force, like something has got to be wrong
Well, I
with
know what
every
it is.
single video.
It's the one you just posted, and you said you're going to send your mom to a retirement home.
Oh, yeah.
And it went so viral that I think other people didn't understand that it was a joke.
Yeah, like, guys, anyone that has their mom consistently on a TikTok or their dad, they're acting.
Oh.
And it, like, like, my mom
to
said
know.
that, but, like, I was like...
You were like, okay, wait, say it
that was
again.
actually really funny what you just said. Let's run it back and let's do it again. And then you cut it together. But, like, and it, like, my family watched it and was like, that made me cringe. Because, like, my mom's like, oh, like, doing the line. And I'm like...
Does your family support your TikTok?
Oh,
group?
they are so confused. But they've been so confused with everything I've done post-grad. So they're like, I hope you're having... They'd call me at Tuesday at, like, 11:30 in the morning. I'm like, I'm at my full-time job. Like, they're like, oh, we'll just, like, call when you can. I'm like, so my hours are actually, like, working hours, like 9 to 5. And they're like, oh, it looks like you're having fun. I'm like, I'm sitting at a desk. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
you know, so this is arguably the least confusing piece. Like, after working, you know, startups are just like,
Totally.
it looks like a party.
Oh,
all the time,
I
but-
completely agree. And also, I am wondering, this might be a very out there question. You don't need to go too deep into it, but like, I feel like working at a startup would be a lot less money than what you're making right now on TikTok.
Yeah.
Are you doing extremely well money-wise on TikTok?
I would say relatively, yeah. Like compared especially to like what I was doing at my other jobs, you know? But it's been really fun. I think that the work, like, you know, working in a startup, like, nobody's really, like, you're working hard, but you're not really, like, there's too many people working at startups, to be frank. Like, everyone, like, you could consolidate that workload down to, like, 4 people usually.
Well, also, startups usually offer you equity and they're not paying you as much.
Right.
And so they think it's incentive, but you're not really actually making
You don't
anything.
see that for a decade.
And then you leave and you get rid of your equity. So it's like, fuck, what else did I really make?
Right. Well, like this thing, it's like I'm working pretty hard and there's a lot more on the line because it's like my personal brand.
Right.
So I do feel like it's appropriate
And
for
you
like
have to self-motivate.
the workload.
There's no one telling you what to do.
I am curious. So like for you, so you have a great schedule. Like I watch and I'm like, oh, I'm in bed and Katie's already ran like 18 miles this morning and like done like a full live stream workout with like 1 billion people. But I'm like rolling over in bed like, oh, I should brush my teeth right now. But I like it takes there's a lot of people that I know that are influencers that like start their day at like 11 a.m. and they're very productive. But like you can do that. And like a lot of my friends, like especially like from college, are like, oh my God, you could be like partying, you could be going out every night. I'm like, I don't, because I still think about it like, you know, like we're still working.
Right.
You know,
but at
you
the
gotta
same
be-
time, you going out every night would actually get you a lot of views.
I know, but
which is kind of crazy.
I'm getting to
think
the
about.
point where like that was fun for quarantine to be like, oh my God, I'm drinking at 9 a.m. Now it gets sad.
Yeah.
And I'm watching like a lot of people that haven't like gotten past the like alcohol it's very low hanging fruit for TikTok to be like, oh, like alcohol, or the doctor told me to like cut my alcohol intake and they're like cutting it with scissors. I'm like,
Slow clap.
fantastic work on the internet today, you guys. Hang up the hat.
Do you ever compare yourself to other people online?
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about this.
Yeah,
so I
I'd love
love,
to
you
hear.
know, you had Tinks on recently.
Yes, I did.
Love Tinks.
Love her. Oh my God, her content and what she said on the show was
She's so
amazing.
brilliant. I loved that one. That was fantastic. She's awesome.
you.
But she coined the phrase, like I've always said it, but like I think of it now as a Tinks phrase. Comparison is the thief of joy. But then I started reworking that and reverse engineering it, like we have several times today. Compare yourself to a loser. It feels awesome. Like someone that's like not doing much or not working very hard. It's like, oh my God, wait, I'm doing great.
Wait, I'm killing it now.
Wait, hold on. I've been comparing myself to like Elon Musk, and like I should be comparing myself to like, ooh, could get me into some hot water. Amanda Bynes.
Oh
You know,
my
like-
God, Connor. You know what this reminds me of? Literally the first thing that like triggered in my brain is when a girl, her name was Erica. I'll never fucking forget you. She
shouldn't.
looked at me and
Can't
she
wait to
goes,
read it.
in 7th grade, she goes, whenever I'm having a bad day, I just look at Katie and realize how much prettier I am.
That is.
In front of my face. Erica,
Very-
if you're listening, I still remember.
Oh, that sticks with you.
Actually, I'm not kidding you. I still have dreams about this girl. I had a dream about her last week.
Oh my.
Yeah. Have you ever had a bully?
Yeah, so it's so funny. I had a couple, and it makes me so sad for like 7th and 8th graders, like thinking about like the people that I was trying to hang out with so hard that just like hated me, you know, and like
Horrible.
I would be in those situations like, oh, I'm so excited to be sitting at this lunch table. It's like they didn't do anything. Like they're still there. I've had actually like one of them actually like text me and was like, I'm so sorry for how I treated you in high school.
That's
I'm
really
like,
nice.
Yeah, it was so nice, but I'm like, I hate
little
you.
too late.
So like, it's okay. Like,
Unfortunately, there's some people I just like can't forgive, and I know
Yeah.
it sounds terrible, but there's no need. I'm never gonna see that person again.
Right. It's like more of like a sad thing now. Like hindsight's 50-50. They didn't make it.
On a little more of like a melancholy note here, we have this segment called Mood Boosting Mantra. All my guests every week tell them the mantra, the quote that rings true to their life, whatever it is. It can be like, let's party. It could be like the most out there thing or the most deep thing.
Yeah.
It does not matter. Do you have a mantra or an affirmation or quote?
I do.
Let's hear it.
And it's tattooed on my upper thigh, but I'm not wearing underwear, which I
Damn
just
it.
shared.
Well, I mean, half the world outside already saw your butt crack.
I
Let's
could
see
do it as long as there's no HR here that's gonna like get me in trouble. I'm not even wearing a belt. Okay.
Oh
Do
my
I get up-
God.
Do I get up on the thing?
Get up on the thing.
I'll cover
Get
everything
up on
that's
the
necessary.
thing.
Okay.
Record it, baby.
Yeah, let me-
Wait, what do we? What?
Sorry.
I finally get to see the guy in the yellow hat. I'm so excited. Oh my God.
Okay, so I gotta get up on the chair here. There's no.
This is, you're really, it's like those shirts. Oh my God, what does it say? Could be worse! Exclamation point.
Is it in there?
Could
It's
be
in the
worse.
shot?
It's in the shot.
So
Wow.
I got that during.
Risky, Connor.
I got that. Yeah, sorry about that. I got that during COVID. My friend had a tattoo gun, and I just gotten laid off. Keep in mind, we went through the whole thing about like second time being laid off, and I was like, world's in like full blown shutdown. I'm like, you know what? It could be worse.
It could be worse.
It could be worse because I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. I'm in, like a great place. I'm, like in my 20s. Like
I love that.
Should be fun, and it is. And like I got that, and like, I'm like, oh wait, hang on. Like there's so many worse positions we
I
could
love
be
that.
in.
Switch the perspective. Be grateful for
Yeah.
what you do have, not what you don't have.
Right. And it's been awesome, and I don't regret it at all. Mom, I don't. So stop asking. But it's good.
I love it.
Yeah.
And you have your mantra tattooed on yourself. We've never
Yeah, it's stuck.
seen that before.
I
Connor.
don't know what was shown to the camera, so like heads up if you're looking at it. Like it was.
It was great.
We're getting really close today. We have mutual friends. I feel like it's fine.
Okay, we have one last segment here, and I
Awesome.
ask everyone. It's called No Filter.
Oh,
Are you ready?
cool. I think I am.
So in the intro, before you came in, we were talking about how Instagram influencers go on these wild trips.
Yeah.
And some of them online, they're like all the hot bikini, sexy Instagram models.
Yeah.
They don't have any brand deals, and they go to Dubai for 30 grand to get shitted on. And they're called Dubai porta potties, and basically these Instagram girls, they get flown out to Dubai and they make 30 grand to be shitted in their mouth. And it's real. We had a girl that one of my producers knows do it very recently. It's real.
Do you have the contact info for Dubai porta potties? I actually would love 30 grand.
I hate my laugh. Oh my God. Get me out of my laugh. I can't be my own body.
Well, bless their hearts. Why do they have to go all the way to Dubai for that? I'm sure there's someone in Riverside that would gladly shell it out.
She didn't really explain it right. It's these Saudi Arabian princes are paying Instagram models to come for a weekend.
Oh, I saw all that.
Yeah.
I saw all
And
that.
then masturbate their
What did I
models.
say? You guys.
You literally went straight to the weird points. Shit it in their mouth.
Models going to Dubai to get shitted in
private jets.
Oh, there was a whole thing about people going to Dubai, and everyone was like, "Why are you all going to Dubai to get shatted on?"
Yeah, basically.
Sharted?
These Saudi Arabian.
Shit, chat, and shart.
Yeah, the Saudi Arabian princes poop in their mouth.
God, cool.
Yeah, they're not real.
Oh, I mean, of course they're not. Why would they be?
That's all we had to say. Thank you so much for coming.
Bye.
Do you mind me to take another sip of your Truly?
I would love if you picked up the pace over there.
Okay,
do you
I'm
want?
picking it
Do you want passion fruit or watermelon?
I'm still
and
on
kiwi?
this first one.
Okay.
I'm
I'll circle
loser.
back on that. I'm gonna go passion fruit.
You should do that.
Okay.
Okay. I'll let you take a sip as I ask
that
you
is
this.
a glorious
So,
sound.
which TikToker have you hooked up with?
Oh my god. Zoinks. Oh, my eye started twitching just now when you asked that. Okay, I'll say one, and this is confusing a little bit. So I'm getting nervous. Addison, Ray, and I had gone on. I don't even know if it was a date, but we went on a hike. We didn't hook up. Also, like I don't think any TikTokers have shown any interest in me because they're all 11. So,
Not true.
but, ooh, I'm sweating. We went on this hike and we had like tried to hang out several times and didn't work out because you should have Kourtney Kardashian. I'm like, no worries, like, you're fine. Lay out by the pool, which Travis Barker. I'm not gonna stop you. But then we finally are like going on this hike and we go to Runyon and we are 5 minutes in to the hike and we run out of things to talk about. And it's Runyon and it is 100 degrees and I borrowed someone's puppy so that I could be like, I was like, oh, it's like a husky puppy. Husky is like overheating. I'm holding this husky puppy. I'm drenched in sweat. And I'm like, what do you want to talk about? Like 10 minutes in, I'm like, the husky will not walk any farther than the entrance. And I'm like, what do you want to talk about? She's like, I'm actually good, like walking in silence. We did the whole hike. I was like, look at that bird. Like that was like the only thing I said the rest of the hike. So I think it's more so like, what TikToker did you hook up with? What TikToker did you discuss the most with like how much you were sweating and like your inability to hold a conversation? So
Connor,
I'm gonna flip the switch.
fucking dead.
And then I shook her hand at the end. And I
You
went
did
out.
not shake her hand.
Yeah, I shook her hand. I said pleasure doing business with you as well. Because I was like, we're never seeing each other again. So that was awesome.
Do you think she has the same exact side of her, like her side is like, oh yeah, we didn't talk?
She's probably like, this fucking weirdo brought like some random person's dog and the dog is overheating because he's an animal. Like,
You brought a random person's dog.
well, it's
to
like,
meet
it
with
was my
us, right?
old roommate from Santa Monica that like,
Were you
when I used to live
babysitting
here.
it at least?
Nope. I said, can I borrow your dog? I'm going to hike with Addison Ray.
Oh my
I need
God.
to look cool. And I was
I'm
like, sure.
dead, Connor. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was good. And she's so awesome, by the way.
Oh, I fucking love her. I've loved her since she had 10K on Instagram. Truly.
Yeah.
I'm stalkers of these TikTokers.
Yeah, good for you. You're on your A game.
I really am.
It's incredible.
Have you ever hooked up with Lady Efron?
No,
Okay.
I haven't. We are pretty good friends. We have the same agents.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she was on the plane today.
Oh,
Actually.
nice.
Yeah.
Cool. I just wanted to ask
Yeah.
that. Anyways, that's all.
No. Okay, I gotta go. No, we haven't.
Lame.
She's awesome too. She's so funny. She's gonna be like such a star.
You all are. You all really, really are.
Oh, it's a fun place.
It's
to
really
be.
cool to see everyone's rise too.
Isn't it incredible?
It really is.
It's so fun to watch.
It's so cool. Well, I appreciate you, Connor. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And before we go, just plug your podcast. And I
Yeah.
know it's at Fibula everywhere, but where else can they find you?
We got TikTok, Instagram, both Fibula. We also have YouTube that I've posted one video on in 6 months. I'm gonna do it again, I'm sure, at some point. And then the podcast is going to launch on the 29th. It's called The Talk Show. It's about TikTok on iHeartRadio.
You are crushing it, and so I am so happy that
Well,
you
thank
took
you
an
so
hour
much
to
for
come in
having me.
studio today.
I just cut you off. I'm sorry, right at the end. No. Thank you for having me, Katie. I can't believe it finally worked out.
Woohoo!
What a blast.
I'm so happy my annoying messages finally got you.
Oh.
Thank you, Connor. I love you.
I love
Handshake.
you. Pleasure doing business
Pleasure
with you,
doing
Katie.
business with you.
We'll never talk again.
Bye, guys.
Bye.